Okay, so today's morning work is Fast Focus Standard 3C and 3D, page 4, 5, and 6. So we did page 3 on Monday. A meteorologist in Montana reported that 3/4 foot of snow fell yesterday. The actual amount was 7/8 foot, which shows a correct comparison of these two fractions. So we're looking at 3/4 and 7/8. Remember how I told you the first thing we want to do is 3/4 and look at 7/8. We don't want to be looking at the answer options yet. So we're going to notice that we have different denominators and we need to ask ourselves. If you look, we have 4 and 8 and we need to ask, are they multiples or factors of each other? And they are. 8 is a multiple of 4, so we always keep the larger one. So that means that this 4 needs to become an 8. So then what do we do to the 4 to make an 8? That's right, we multiply by 2. So that means what is 3 times 2? 6. Very good. So now we're looking at 6/8, comparing it to 7/8. So now we know that 6 is less than 7. So now we need to look for 3/4 is less than 7/8, which is letter C. Now on number 2, which comparison is not correct? So again, we need to look at our denominators. We notice that they're all different. So we need to ask, are they multiples or factors of each other? And if they are, remember, we are keeping the largest one. So 16 is the one we would keep. And over here, I need to make this a 16. 16. So what did I do to 8 to make 16 times 2? So then 1 times 2 is 2. So obviously those are not correct. And we just need to make sure we do all of them to make sure. So 15, 5 times 3 makes 15. So 1 times 3 is 3. That one is correct. 18 is the largest one. We're going to keep it. So I do times 3 to 6 to get 18. So 1 times 3 is 3. Those are correct. 14 is the largest one. So now I need to switch the 7. I did times 2. So 1 times 2 is 2/14. So the one that is not correct is letter F. Kendra, Sadie, and Galena were each given 20 math problems to solve for homework. Kendra correctly solved 17/20 of the math problems. Sadie correctly solved all of the math problems. Galena correctly solved 9/10 of the math problems. Which compares the fraction of problems that Kendra solved to the fractions that Galena solved? So we're looking at Kendra and Galena. So that means that Sadie has no business being there. We're not looking at Sadie at all. All right, so we're looking at 17/20 and 9/10, and we are comparing those, okay? So again, are they multiples or factors of each other? Yes, they are. So we're going to keep the 20. We always keep the largest one. So over here, to make this 20, I did times 2. So 9 times 2 is 18. So now we're comparing 17 and 18, and we know that 17 is less than 18. So now we need to look at 17/20. Is greater than 9/10. Okay? So as we're looking at the options, we can tell that, first of all, we never had 20/20s, so it can't be C. We know it's not equal, so it can't be D. So it's either A or B. So I need to see the one that shows that 9/10 is greater, okay? Which in this case is letter B. Which comparison is correct? And again, since we have different denominators, we need to make them all common denominators. So in this case, since we're going from a large denominator on the left to a smaller denominator on the right, it's kind of like simplifying fractions. So if we divide on 75, if I divide by 15, I get 5. However, it does not work on the numerator, so that's not correct. 50 cannot be divided by anything to get 3, so that's just out of there. On G, if we divide by 6, I can get 3 down here, but it won't work on the numerator of 2. So on J, if I divide by 5, both numerator and denominator, I do get 3/7. So the correct answer here is J. Number 1, which pair of fractions is equivalent? So remember, the word equivalent means equal. And again, we have different denominators. We need to find the common to see if they are equivalent. Since they are multiples and factors of each other, remember, we always want to go with the larger number. That's the one we want to go with. So here, in order to make this 15, we multiply by 5. So 3 times 5 is 15, which these are not equal. To make this 9, we multiplied by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. So that is correct. Here, in order to make a 20, we do times 4. 4 times 1 is 4. 4 twentieths is not the same as 5 twentieths. Here, 8. And we do 4 times 2 to get 8. And 2 eighths is not the same thing as 4 eighths. So the correct answer here is B. Number 2, a baker had 8 new boxes of flour. She opened some of them as shown below. Which fraction is equivalent to the fraction of the boxes the baker opened? So again, we have an image here. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have a total of 8, and the ones that are open are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need to see what is equivalent to 6 eighths. So when we look at the numerators, or I'm sorry, the denominators, we're looking at 8. I can tell you that 3, I can't do anything to 3 to make an 8. On 6, I can't do anything to 6 to make an 8. On 4, I can multiply by 2 to get 8. So that means that 3 times 2 is 6. 16, I can divide by 2 to get 8. And then 10 divided by 2 is 5, which is not the answer. So we're looking for 6 eighths, which means H. Which fraction is not equivalent to 1/2? Again, we're looking at equivalent. So we have to, on all these, A, B, C, and D, make it equal to 2 as the denominator. So that means over here, in order to get 2, I need to divide by 8. So 8 divided by 8 is 1. Over here, in order to get 2, I need to divide by 9. And 9 divided by 9 is 1. Here, to get 2, I need to divide by 6. 6 divided by 6 is 1. And guess what? 15, I can't do anything to it to get a 2. I can't divide by anything to make it a 2. So it says which is not equivalent, and the answer is D. The next one, it says the table shows the weights of 3 sacks of pinto beans, which correctly compares the weight of sack B to the weight of sack C. So we're not looking at that. So again, we are comparing. So 5/3 compared to 8/5. Again, we need to find a common denominator. In this case, the easiest thing is just to multiply the denominators by each other. So 5 times 3 is 15, so 8 times 3 is 24. 5 times 3 is 15, so 5 times 5 is 25. So now we're looking at 25 and 24, and we can tell that 25 is greater, meaning 5/3 is greater than 8/5. So we know it's not equal. Again, 5/3 is greater than 8/5, so the one that matches is G. No and no. Felix plans to jog 4/6 miles after school today. Mario plans to jog 3/5 miles after school today, which shows a correct comparison of these two fractions. So we're looking at 4, 6, and 3/5. So once we find a common denominator of 30, we will realize that it becomes 20/30ths, and on the right we have 18/30ths. 20 is greater than 18, which means 4/6 is greater than 3/5, and it's A. He measured the weight of 4 gerbils on a scale. The first gerbil weighed 5/7 pound, the second weighed 3/4 pound, the third weighed 4/5 pound, and the fourth weighed 6/9 pound. Which correctly compares the weight of the first gerbil to the weight of the fourth gerbil? So we're only looking at the first and the fourth. We don't need this information. So again, it's 5/7 compared to 6/9. So once we find a common denominator by multiplying the denominators by each other, we are looking at 45/63 over 42/63. And we notice that 45 is greater, which means 5/7 is greater than 6/9, which the correct answer is G. Is a 7/8 mile from his school. Mariah's house is 9/12 mile from her school, which shows a correct comparison of these two fractions. So we're looking at 7/8 and 9/12. After multiplying both denominators, we got a 96. So now we're comparing 84 and 72, and notice that 84 is greater than 72, which means that 7/8 is greater than 9/12, and the correct answer here is C. We look at number 4. 4 students wrote a fraction. Which student wrote a fraction equivalent to 1/9? So in this case, what I'm going to do is look at the denominators and see what I need to do to convert it into a 9. So to make this a 9, I need to divide it by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. 18, to make that a 9, I divide by 2, which 3 divided by 2, I can't even do that. 21, there's nothing I can do to it to make a 9, so it can't be that. 15, I can't do anything to it to make a 9. So the correct student here is Tony.